That was weird. And apparently, 24 hours means something a little bit different to the social media overlords than it does you and I. So, okay, here we are. We are back and running, and we can see how long we can make it. I 2-3 nasty grams yesterday from the overlords of social media and the overlords of HBO content management, I believe it was. So my nasty gram was, and the reason why we were shut down yesterday and this morning was because I played that Bill Maher cut, and apparently I played too much of the Bill Maher cut. I'm like, well, it's an entire segment. I don't know what to do. That's Bill's fault if they want to disseminate this all around the internet and not expect us to pick some of it up. And by the way, and not even disseminate, just compliment the guy. Okay. So a 24-hour slap on the wrist, that's what we received. So we didn't have a show this morning, but we have a show right now. So let's get to it. We got a lot to cover. But I would like to at least acknowledge the point I was trying to make. It wasn't Bill, by the way, Chris. It wasn't Bill. It was HBO content management. It's an AI program. It's not even a person. It's not even a human being. Because I did say that very specifically. I'm like, I was complimenting Bill Maher and promoting his show and promoting his centrist attitude, which I think is great for the country. No. Nope. Theft, I tell you, was against community standards. I mean, you see right now, we're already squashed. I mean, Grizz, the reach is Grizz right now at this point. So we're just going to keep on pushing on, and we're going to hopefully get the whole crew in here, and hopefully the algorithm will go, hey, listen, Mike Russell guy, he's not as bad as we say he is. What did we miss? Yesterday, we did not have the opportunity to absolutely poke fun of talk about the absolutely fake scam. I mean, the historic astronaut space flight by the all-woman piloted, driven along crew. Maybe you didn't see that. Are they really shutting me down again, Grizz? Are you fooling me right now, dude? I can't even deal with this. So anyway, if they are, whatever. Shut me down. I'm sorry. I'm not streaming on Amazon Prime right now, so it's okay. Because trust me, Jeff Bezos is going to hear what I have to say about his nonsensical garbage of a publicity stunt that he did with Blue Horizon over the weekend, and he's going to be like, dude, you're right. For those of you that missed it, this is what happened. There was a historic flight, right? Vanity Fair claims Lauren Sanchez, Katy Perry, Gayle King, and their historic all-woman space flight land safely. On Monday morning, the all-female flight crew boarded. It's not a flight crew, by the way. That's like saying that if I'm going to fly from here to California, that I'm part of the flight crew. No, I'm sitting my butt in a seat. I'm putting a seatbelt on. I'm not part of the flight crew. Boarded the remote-piloted Blue Origin rocket and made no kind of history. But they're trying. They're doing their best. They're doing their darndest. And what this is, because you see Lauren Sanchez is on there. That what this was Jeff Bezos needed to get away from his girlfriend so badly that he launched her into space for a couple hours. That he said, here, honey, I'm going to introduce you to some of the biggest female names. I'm going to put you on a historic flight, and you are going to be pals, and you guys should go on vacations together, like, I don't know, maybe twice a month. You like starting the people's hidden circle of death. I don't know what's going on, you guys. Why are you doing this to me? Are you guys being mean to me right now? Because I have been dealing with this Facebook thing for a hot minute. So let's go in here and let's see what they got on my Facebook page. No, we're running, guys. We're running. Literally running. We're up and going. Oh, you guys are killing me. Okay. Anyway. Anywho, this was not this was not historic at all. As a matter of fact, it was a remote piloted flight. It went up into space-ish, space adjacent. It went to 0 G's, made I don't know what they call it, but the flight path that that a lot of the astronauts take in normal big like 747, 757, 777s, and it makes them weightless for a few minutes so they can get used to maneuvering around in weightlessness, which I want to, by the way. By the way, it might not be into the poppy kind of bubblegummy music that they put out, but there's a band called OK Go. And OK Go does really, really cool videos. If you can just mute it if you want to. Go ahead and mute it. I don't know why we're not up and running on YouTube right now. I have no idea. But here we are. But we're just gonna go like this. I got nothing for you. I love that you're telling me that's going on, but yeah, here we are. Yes, Alfred, you're right. It was not supposed to return. That's true, and it was definitely a joke. I mean, look at this. I mean, what are we gonna do? History made, they say. Blue Origin's all-female crew blast off with Katy Perry, Lauren Sanchez on board, then return safely to Earth. But basically, they took 6 women and launched them into space adjacency in a giant rocket that looks like a penis. I mean, if you don't want to come with me on that one, I understand you might not want to jump on board there. But if you look at the Amazon logo and then you look at all of the Blue Origin's spacecraft, we might be asking Jeff Bezos some questions. That's it. But the irony of the historic all-women space flight in a penis rocket is not lost on me. It's absolutely hilarious. Look at Gayle King's girlfriend. I'm going to call it. Forget this. Can we stop pretending that they're just friends? Gayle King, Oprah paid to have Gayle King launched into space, which probably means they are boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't care. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What up? How you doing, buddy? Oh, you're on your way to Maine again. All right, buddy. Enjoy your trip up there. Thanks for tuning in, James. Appreciate you. So okay, so here's the flight path. Just so you understand this, here's the flight path right here. So here's what they did. They took off the Shepard, the new Shepard launches from the site, right? It goes up, and you see the Kármán line there. The Kármán line is when they're weightless. The Kármán line is when they're weightless and they come back. It's basically you're launching the rocket straight up from one spot to the other. Basically how a lot of the model rockets we had with kids. I mean, this is absolutely the coolest part about this flight. Forget about the absolute insufferable idiots that were on the flight. And that Jeff Bezos was just trying to launch his girlfriend into outer space. Is the drag brakes deploy, engine relit, boost touches down, that the actual rocket touched back down a la SpaceX. I think that is amazing technology and so cool. Yeah, could you imagine? Alfred, Alfred, it wasn't, my friend. Alfred, it was not piloted by them. It was piloted by Blue Origin. It was piloted by actual astronauts. And for them to start calling these Bozettes astronauts for being not even in space for 11 minutes, from launch to touchdown, it was 11 minutes. Oh, right, James? I do agree with you. Wish it would just kept going. But here's the deal. I mean, this whole thing was doomed from the beginning. And again, it's why conservatism and independence is going to win over progressiveness any time, and probably for the next bazillion years. And I mean this sincerely. And I really don't think we're up and running on YouTube, guys. I think we're squashed right now. So hopefully those that are trying on YouTube can it says you're live, but no, we'll see. Let me just double check. See what we got here. Studio, please. Let me see if we're moving it. Let's see if we're moving and shaking here. Let's go to your channel. Let's see if they've absolutely squashed it. Okay, so they've just squashed it. This is what they've done. Okay, cool. They've squashed the entire show. We'll see how that lasts, how long that lasts on YouTube. Anyway, I'll start blasting a bunch of shorts up there. It'll work. The Sun, tell them to say, yeah. Mm-hmm. Was weightless such a new experience for a group of empty-headed passengers? I love it. This was doomed from the beginning, though. Check this out. They were doing their best because Gayle King works for Disney, ABC, and her morning show was there live for the launch. So they had a female astronaut with them to talk about. Actually, a real astronaut. But when you don't vet your guests, this is what happens.
Against why even a trip like this one, all the trips that we take in this space benefit mankind.
So it benefits humankind.
Oh, crap. Abort the mission immediately. Dude said mankind, and he's getting woman-splained right now. Listen to this.
And I'm going to keep correcting the mankind
I'm
and
so
the
sorry.
man-made and the man missions, because this is exactly what this mission is about, is expanding the perspective of who does space.
Okay, so we can't say mankind, can't say manned mission. It has to be humankind and human whatever. That's exactly why, again, no one took this seriously. No one did. Jeff Bezos got nagged so much from his girlfriend that she wanted to meet cool people and hang out with celebrities that he put this together. So he asked Oprah if she would let him borrow her wife for a little bit, and Katy Perry's as insufferable as can be. And this is essentially the cartoon version of what they did. Yep, again, here's what happened. Yes, and Truman, exactly who we benefited from this? It was Jeff Bezos who benefited from this. Yes. Oh, geez. It's like there's just multiple vacuums in space. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm in a feisty mood. I can say that. Whatever. I'm getting blocked on YouTube right now, so I can say what the hell I want to say. And Mark Zuckerberg and Meta's just loving anyone bashing on what's his name? Jeff Bezos. Speaking of bashing on Jeff Bezos, hold on. I'll show you the girls coming down. Here you go.
You will see a puff of smoke when it.
You'll see an entire puff of smoke.
Actually, yes, it's normal. A puff of dust, last milliseconds, air cushion that will kick up the dust.
Look at that. By the way, look at the picture before we land here. Look at the picture down there. What is my first thought was, and I'm going to say this. Good morning, Charlie. Seriously. Like, okay, by the way, those flight suits had bell bottom, like it was as stylish as can be. Yeah.
It's a very soft landing despite the sporty perception. There it is.
That's them screaming inside. That's Oprah crying that her wife returned and she didn't want to return.
Touchdown. Congratulations and welcome back to Earth.
Yeah, Chris, that's a good point. What about all that? What about all the fossil fuels? Yeah.
Double shot.
It'd be a great big gust of wind came up and just like took them like 100 yards down the road. Oh my gosh. Then this, Jeff Bezos so excited to find which window his girlfriend is in or see if she made it and survived. Jeff Bezos took a face plant. Did you guys see this? Jeff took a face plant. Look, I love Amazon, guys. You guys saw the video of me, the Amazon drones, whole nine. I love what that man has done. I love the company he has created. I truly, truly do. And I do not wish him ill at all. But I am worried about my man if he is running around and has to do this.
Yeah. We love being able to share this experience with you, and thank you for sharing how you feel out here with our audience. So,
and down goes
really,
Bezos.
Really incredible. So yeah,
let's go.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, they don't want to say. They don't want to share.
So
down goes
really,
Bezos.
Really incredible. So yeah. Thank you for sharing how you feel out here with our audience. So it's been really incredible.
I just absolutely love that. Yeah. Jeff is just toast. And then there you go, Brendan. Okay. Apparently we're backing up and running on YouTube. So thank you. Hold on. I got to go full screen on this. Excuse me. Okay. Thank you, dear social media overlords, as I bend the knee to your greatness and beg you for forgiveness for highlighting and praising a segment from an HBO program that actually advertises membership to that program. But still, I know I was wrong, and I appreciate your forgiveness. Thank you. All right, back to our programming here. Let's see, Brendan, what you got here, buddy? I should have had better thrusters. Oh, dude, just kept on going, man. Yeah. Oh, crap. Were we not supposed to go to the International Space Station? Damn. And there are several people, by the way. Thank you. Can I get an amen? Because I'm here for the social media Lord. All right. Ranted. Could have been capsule be hot, shouldn't it? Thank you, sir. And if you missed it, I didn't want to play this entire guy's video, but it was the first I saw of it. Apparently, there was the girls opened it from the inside. You're not supposed to be able to do that. So the Amazon PR person that was not worrying about the founder of their organization falling flat on his face had to like close the door real quick and be like, shh, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. Lynn, I know, dude, what is going on here, for the love of grief? But I do think that it is it was really fun to watch the insufferability of these people. I don't even want to get into. Gayle King says that Katy Perry bust into song during it. All right, here we go. They were supposed to open it at the apex of the flight. Yes, Truman. Yes, they were supposed to. Like, girls, we told you were supposed to do this 6.5 minutes ago. 6 and then sucked into the vacuum of space. Grizz, you with me on that? Okay, I need you for these things. Okay, here we go. Katy Perry.
High, and it is surrender to the unknown.
Okay, I gotta lie to you. Sorry, Katy Perry's banging hot like a screen door in a hurricane. Hotter than Blue Flame, but absolutely insufferable.
Trust, and this whole journey is not just about going to space.
In a giant rocket, in giant penis-shaped rocket. It's totally not about that. It's all about women not going to space in a penis-shaped rocket.
It's the training. It's the team. It's the whole thing. I couldn't.
What in the living hell are you talking about training for? What? To hold on and do a couple of flippies like you're underwater? Really?
Recommend this experience more. This is like up there with all the, different tools that I've learned in my life, from meditation to the Hoffman process. This is up there because what you're doing is
God, Lord, can we all just praise me?
You're like really finding the love for yourself, because you got to trust in yourself on this journey. And then you're feeling the love when you come down, for sure. And you're feeling that strength. So I feel really connected to that strong, divine feminine right now.
By the way, you're such a badass. I love that.
Divine feminine, and you are such a badass, says the reporter. You are such a badass. She got out of the capsule, I swear to you, held up this stupid little flower, and got down on her hands and knees, Chris, hang tight, and kissed the ground. They were gone for 11 minutes. I don't even know what to do with this. There's nothing historic about this. This sets the advancement of women's everything back another, 10, 15 yards. But I just, come on. Oh, no, Daniel, the aliens did not abduct me yesterday. The social media overlords shut me down. HBO was not very pleased with me showing the Bill Maher segment. So I had to take my 24-hour hit, which was actually it was a 24-hour hit. Yeah, it totally was. But apparently we're up and running again. So I saw some my YouTubers on here, so appreciate you guys. Anyway, this kind of stuff, just like all that we've seen in the shenanigans during the election of the Democrat stupidity, has set the Democrat cause back years. This kind of nonsense, saying that this is historic, taking a bunch of multimillionaire women and getting them a free ride to see Earth from a whatever sphere they were in, and calling it historic, and call it an all-woman piloted. It wasn't even, it was remote piloted. It was piloted from basically a game chair like I have. This puts women in. You guys know I'm a feminist. I got Queen Bee. I have my ex. I have my daughter. I have my niece. I have my sister. I have my mom. All I want is everything for them. All I want is for them to feel empowered. All I want is for them to feel that they can do anything in this world, and I know that they can because we live in the greatest country in the world. Having to do this garbage and sending out-of-touch millionaires and Oprah's wife into space and calling it historic sets that entire movement back, period. Yes. Well done, Brett. Yes, I'm going to put that. Yeah. And it would have been, you're right, Alfred, it would have been a lot more entertaining if they shot him out of a cannon. They put him in a Evel Knievel suit, you know. I'd have been like, okay, respect. I got respect. Katy Perry singing "What a Wonderful World" on the way back. This is all a stage. Oh. No, I'm with you, Jim. I'm not complaining about the Dems cannibalizing themselves at all. All right, and we are here with Jeff Simpson of barbecuemission.org. And why is he here? Because, well, it's one hell of an organization and somebody who does something on the ground instead of talking about things. Jeff does things, and Jeff started Barbecue Mission to feed homeless mouths and stomachs in this great state of ours, in this great valley that we live in. And Jeff, thank you for being here. We're going to get to the golf tournament in just a minute, but you guys are on site right now in Avondale. Yes. You guys are starting the smokers. Talk to me about this. Talk to me about Barbecue Mission really quick. Let me know, not even really quick, man. Dig in if you want to. And let me know why the first time I showed up to hang out with you guys, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing in the world. Why did you guys do this? What do you do? Talk to me.
Yeah, well, to be totally honest and upfront, I mean, I love Jesus, and this was a conversation I had over 10 years ago with him. And after he told me this is what I needed to do, never in a million years that I think this is what we'd be doing. But it has been like a hot knife through butter. And it's an amazing thing we get to do. We serve every Monday, we serve every Wednesday, and then we serve multiple times on Saturday throughout the month with organizations that we actually team up with, like Sunshine Acres, House of Refuge, Justice Center, Manna House. The list goes on. These are just organizations that are right there with the same vision we have, and that is to help feed the homeless. And as an organization here, we want to spread the love of Jesus. And we have a prayer tent, we have Bibles, you name it. We've got.
But it's not cream corn. Then that's the thing. Like you go to like a soup kitchen and everybody's donating cream corn and garbage that they got out of their cupboard that's been in there for 4.5 years. And just say, okay, I've done my part. You, sir, did not take that and just say that's what's deserving of the mouths of God. So you said, you know, you have pit smokers, my man. You have pellet grills rolling and you're serving like real damn good food.
That was that's interesting that you said that, because the first time we went down, when we were just going to get started doing this, the spot where we were visiting and we were going to start the ministry, they were doing this every Saturday, and we went down to just kind of get an idea of what this looked like. And it was, I mean, you're watching these people come to the line. They've got Jell-O, they've got spaghetti. I mean, it's all on one plate, man. I was like, no way. So when we started, we did for 5.5 years, we were just doing it out of the back of our Jeep, and I was smoking pork shoulders. So we do pork shoulders, baked beans, coleslaw, a drink. And we brought all that down, and we'd feed like 100, 150 people the first Saturday of every month. And just to kind of fast forward, Pit Boss Grills, if anybody's heard of those, I'm sure they have.
Yes, we have.
The owners got wind of us. Long story, but they brought us into the office and just said, hey, whatever you guys need, we're on board. Let's get this thing moving. Next thing I know, I tried to have a backdrop, but our connection was so bad. But
it was pretty bad over there. But I know if you turn the phone around, I mean, we can see a bunch of people lining up right now because I've been there. Sorry, go ahead, continue. Yes.
Yeah. So we've got a 25-foot trailer right now, you know, and that was donated by Pit Boss. We've got their pickup truck that the president of the company, they gave us. They started us off. This was almost 6 years ago. So we've been out with this trailer ever since, and the ministry just keeps growing. And I'll tell you what, homelessness is real. Every week we see 20, 30 new faces. I mean, it is incredible. And, we're just being obedient. We're loving what we do. We're cooking good food on purpose. We do cheeseburgers right there on site. We do pulled pork. We do brisket. Next week is chicken. We're barbecuing chicken up for 3 hours before everybody even comes to start eating. Love it. Just seeing absolute crazy miracles happening with people getting off the street. We're praying them off the street. People coming to get baptized, coming to know the Lord. And I'm telling you, when I started this thing, I had blinders on, man. I was like, this is all about feeding the homeless.
Yeah.
Dude, what this does for people that want to come down and actually just give back, it's life. It's life-changing. You've been there.
Why do you think you're on this show?
Yeah.
Yes, because it is. I have the chills head to toe right now. Just every time. I mean, I think my first gig. What's the first gig volunteers get? We get the napkins and forks. Yeah. You get basically the placeware, and that's. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I'm like, I could stay here forever. I mean, but then you get me on baked beans, I'm a total mess. Condiments, I'm a Jedi. Yeah. But yeah, there is. But the cool thing is that when I say placeware, I mean, look, they're not just going and grabbing a tray of food and leaving and going back to a tent or under some freeway. There are easy ups that are put up. There are tables. There are settings. There are tablecloths. This is a first class organization. We're going to get to a golf tournament that I want you all to be involved in just a moment here, but in any way you can, volunteer, donate, bbqmission.org. I want you to get over there and check us out, because this isn't just, oh, look, we fed the homeless. This literally is a mission, and it is done right in every single way. And it just used to be down by Margaret T. Hance, right? And now we're doing Avondale as well, right?
Yep. Yes. Yep.
Where in Avondale?
We're in Avondale at Avondale Baptist Church is where we.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing is where we have to set up. We need to be able to be. I've got to find a spot where we basically have the okay or a contract, because let's just face it, some people don't like all the homeless congregating. I mean, you can only imagine on Mondays we're doing 360 cheeseburgers. So I mean, you just think about how many people are coming down to eat.
Yeah.
It's incredible. We have now got Circle the City, which is a homeless outreach that brings a big truck and they do medical care. We've got another place called, they come down, they set up with us now. Venn sets up now. Yeah. And this is the crazy thing is the guy that runs Circle the City came up to me that first day. He's like, dude, do you understand how impactful this thing is for you guys? We heard about you guys. We heard how many people you guys get every Monday, and we'd love to be a part of this. And we're like, bring it. Come on down, man. He's like, you guys are getting people from Tempe, Mesa, all over the valley that are, they're literally light railing, bus, getting a bus ticket, and they come in. They're there every Monday. They're just becoming like family with us. First, we're first and last name basis. Heck, I can hardly even get started. I'm hugging it out with everybody as soon as I get down. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
It's not just feet. It's not sitting in line at a soup kitchen. And I'm sorry, I'm not knocking soup kitchens. I'm not at all by any stretch of the imagination. But this is with bbqmission.org. Get over and check it out. Barbecue Mission. This is. No, I'm going to treat you like a human being, not some person in line. I'm going to treat you are a human being. You are God's soul. You are right here. You are at a table with me. I'm sitting down. Right. I know I blew someone's mind when I was downtown and I knew someone on a bike rolling by, and I stopped him and said, hey, and like, what in the world just happened? I'm like, I hang out with the dude on Monday, because you get to know. And it's not just a assembly line. It is literally here. We're just laying out the red carpet for you and doing it right. It's kind of the difference, right? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, everybody, these are people we get to serve. the privilege of serving every week are the ones that most people will cross the street to get away from.
Yeah.
You know, and let's just face it. These people weren't born on the, panhandling. These people were born, they had a life, they had careers, something bad happened. Okay. Everybody thinks everybody's drug addict. Everybody thinks everybody's got mental health. That ain't the truth. Dude, I'm telling you, there are some brilliant people on the street.
Yeah.
And I'm telling, they don't want to be there. But man, let's just face it. When you get that, when you hit rock bottom like that, how do you get yourself out of that? You know what I mean? I always say it's kind of like somebody takes you, puts you in a boat, sits you in the middle of the lake, doesn't give you any oars, and says, hey, you need to get to shore. It's just, they need showers. They need clean clothes. They need we get this all the time. I mean, they're just like, hey, I can get a job, but everything I own is right here in my possession.
Right.
I go get a job and they tell me, guess what? You can't bring your stuff into work. You need to leave it outside. They're like, if I leave it outside, I just lost everything.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. And they want to work. The coolest thing I think that I've seen, cited just some really damn cool people, is getting to know the regulars that come through, and they're talking amongst each other. Say, where are you working tonight? Okay, are you doing parking at this place? That, like, it's not like they don't want to work. They're not, and I'll throw the word out there because I'll just say this: they are not bums.
Exactly.
They're not. These are individuals that have fallen on some serious hard times, some addiction issues, maybe some other issues, and they just need a leg up, and Barbecue Mission does that. So let's get to the golf tournament if we could, because this crap ain't free. Okay, let's be real. Okay, let's talk like grown-ups here. This is not free. This doesn't just happen on its own. Thank God for Pit Boss for kicking some things in, some other donations. But we have to get together as a team and raise some money. And you guys are planning on doing that on May 17th, correct?
Correct. May 17th.
Yes. So tell us. So get Steve in here. Whatever,
yeah.
Man. Come on, Jeff. Just stop hogging all the camera here. There's the genius behind the golf tournament is right behind him. And so tell us what's going on, boss.
Yeah.
All right. I can do that. Thank you. I retired about 3 years ago and I started working with Barbecue Mission, and as Jeff said, I mean, just the blessings for me alone working with Barbecue Mission have been unbelievable. But early last year, I was praying very hard. What more can I do? And it somewhat mirrors Jeff's story, but it's nowhere near as tremendous. But driving down I-10 one day, and God just said to me, "What do you like to do?" And I said, "I like to golf." And he said, "Well, then you're going to have a golf tournament." And I said to him, "That's great, God. I've played in lots of golf tournaments, but I understand it's a lot of work to organize them." And he said, "That's what Bill's for." And Bill is my closest brother in Christ, who had just recently lost his wife, and he actually ran a golf tournament up in Washington for 20 years. So that afternoon, I went and had lunch with Bill, and I said, "Guess what? God wants us to have a golf tournament." And
you just got voluntold is what you got. Yes, you're in. Yeah.
I'll tell you, Bill he basically started to cry. I mean, and Bill and I, just as recently as 2 hours ago, we had just had our last breakfast meeting. We're getting into the final details in the last 30 days. And Bill's been my lieutenant and just done a tremendous job in all the back end organization. We've had, Mike, we just had exceptional support from sponsors, people that Jeff has put me in contact with, people who have been longtime supporters of Barbecue Mission, but also people who had never even heard of Barbecue Mission. We got the pleasure of going to, if you can believe it, there's a cigar and whiskey club up in Estrella where I live, and went to the Cigar and Whiskey Society meeting one evening, and came out there with a couple of foursomes, as well as a person who donated $2,500 to be a lunch sponsor. I mean, God's grace is just all over this thing. I could keep you on here for an hour talking.
Go ahead. Let's go. You don't talk to me about cigars and booze. I'm telling you, my first Bible study was at a cigar shop right here in the West Valley. So don't, this fits. They're like, oh wait, it's a Christ led organization. It's a Christian organization. They can't do that. The hell we can't. Yes, we can. And so please. So now talk to me. May 17th, correct?
17th at Palm Valley Golf Course. And, you know, one of the really unique things about this tournament, well, for starters, we've got one sponsor who put up two $10,000 hole-in-ones. So that's been fantastic. So that's
I'm getting both of them.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Tell them get ready to pay out. This is my home course. Yeah, I live on this course. I will hole out. Watch. I kid. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Another thing that's really cool. Okay. It costs 160. What are we charging?
160.
160 bucks to register. But everyone who registers for the tournament gets a Donald Ross custom-made golf shirt. And I'm not sure if all of your listeners are familiar with Donald Ross, but if you think of the highest end golf courses, I mean, that's the clothing wear they're going to be carrying. So we've had a sponsor come forward and say, I'll provide a shirt for everybody. And the shirt will be dual branded. It'll have Barbecue Mission on it. Our whole concept was that we wanted to have a really high quality shirt that people would wear throughout the year and become walking billboards for Barbecue Mission and help us to generate more interest in the organization, more donation, more volunteers, and then more people coming out to next year's golf tournament.